If you struggle with things like depression or anxiety while you're single, do they just magically go away when you get married? What's it like to be married to a godly man or woman? Today I'm talking to my best friend Becky about all of this and more. Let's see what she has to say.
I am a wife of my husband Cody. We've been married for just over 3 years. I'm a mom of a 14-month-old, so just over 1 year old. I am still serving with World Orphans as the church partnership director. I've been with World Orphans for 6 years. And I'm also the director of a local Faith RX chapter, which is a Christian CrossFit ministry that's dedicated to reaching the fitness community with the love of Christ.
Just love having you to bounce questions and ideas off of, especially since you're in a different season of your life and your Christian walk than I am, me being single and you being married. So I know that I shared with you recently how much I've fallen in love with Redefine TV. Shout out to Redefine TV, my favorite YouTube channel right now. I watch all their videos. And one video in particular that stood out to me was, "Are you sure you want a godly man?" And just the ideas presented in that kind of blew my mind. I just remember the video talking about being with a godly man is going to kind of bring out your junk, but in a really good way. So I wanted to ask you, was there anything that you carried as a single Christian woman that you were concerned about bringing into your marriage?
I'm a very emotional person. I struggle with perfectionism and fear of failure, and that can lead me to depression or anxiety, or just being really, really hard on myself. And there's baggage with that. I didn't really wrestle with it the same way in my single life because I could deal with myself. I knew where I was and it wouldn't come out with my friends. You just have a different rapport with your friends. They don't live with you all the time and see all your junk. So I was okay, I'm kind of through it. And then I got married and it was more of that was still there to start to come out. And I was this is my worst fear. I said I wouldn't bring these things into a marriage or into parenting, and yet they're still here. And it's really painful to realize that.
I'm all about working on stuff with the Lord now, like you said, to hopefully have it dealt with in a relationship. But I'm also realistic in the fact that some of that stuff probably isn't going to totally come up until I'm in a relationship. Is there anything specific that you think Cody really has as traits of a godly man that were perfect for you to sort of walk through this journey together?
Cody's traits that make him the godly spiritual leader of our home that I need, even if it's sometimes painful, are he calls me out on stuff. He doesn't tolerate sin or even negativity or anything in my life. One thing that he was raised with is his dad always wanted to uproot the victim mentality and justifying your behaviors. And I am the queen of justifying. He doesn't pander to my emotions. And that's hard sometimes because I'm I just want you to care for me. And I'm trying to teach him how to soften what he says to me so I can receive it well. But it's also if he didn't call me out bluntly, I don't think I would have the impetus for change. I'm really striving with the Lord to uproot anxiety, but he's the way to uproot anxiety is going to be not to try to fix it once you're already in the place of anxiety, but to prevent yourself from going there. Because once the wheels are turning, you're already in that spot. You physiologically are programmed to go there because you've had it for years. Mm-hmm. So he's how can we change your thinking on the front end? And he's I recognize that this might be an ongoing struggle for you, but we can believe with full faith in the Lord that you can be freed from it. I'm a big fan of mentorship. So whether you're newly married or single, find either a mentor figure, an older godly woman, or a mentor couple to walk through these things with you. When you're walking either in singleness and encountering new situations, you need somebody to call you out on things if you're not married, to recognize and identify things. But when you're married, it's brand new. And you may or may not have had good examples of marriage, or even if you did, it just helps to have an objective couple to sit down and pick through the same things that you guys keep encountering and give a perspective of wisdom and experience. Be ready to embrace the pain that comes with growth. I mean, marriage does reveal your selfishness, so does parenting. And I think that I have such a hard time sometimes because I try so hard to get rid of the pain of it instead of just embracing the growth from it. So I would say recognize it's going to be difficult. It's going to be painful. But I realize now that Cody, like I said, he's the brick wall I needed to hit because God has further sanctification for me. And this is a catalyst for it. So I need to receive and recognize that this is actually God's grace to not let me just stagnate and stay where I was. This is going to help me grow.
Oh, hey, thanks for watching this video. Be sure to like and drop a comment to let us know what you think. And definitely subscribe so you can see our new videos as soon as they're posted. Thanks for hanging out with us.